Hey everybody, Kristin LaVanway here. I wanted to share a quick story with you about what I like to call the Great Tortoise Addendum. I'm in a cross sale with an agent who is awesome, and she just called me up and said, you know what, Kristin, I hate to even ask this, but my seller's really worried about her hibernating tortoise who lives in the backyard. The tortoise has been sleeping. He's hibernating and he hasn't woke up yet. He's sleeping in. Nobody's gonna wake up a sleeping tortoise, right? Should he fail to awake before we close escrow? Basically, we're gonna write an addendum that says the seller has the right to come on the property when the tortoise decides to wake up and collect him. And also, by the way, please don't spray any pesticides in the backyard until that happens. So I am getting a big kick out of it. Like, the worst thing we're worrying about is how to take care of a snoozing tortoise. A lot of times it's a lot more complicated. But see, here's the thing. This is what I like to shoot for. What I like to see is a win-win for everybody. And that's when everybody has the same goal in mind. And the goal isn't to rip the other side or squeeze a few bucks out or just, make a point, take a stand, set an example, drag people through the mud on Facebook. No. The end goal, the successful ending for any transaction is the closing, where everybody walks away with a smile on their face. That's the best ending, right? And the only way that happens is everybody is mature, professional, adult, and not selfish. Honestly, I think that's really what causes a lot of problems, is people are just thinking about themselves only. So obviously my guys aren't going to worry about a sleeping tortoise. Of course they're going to accommodate, because it's just been that kind of deal since the beginning. My clients pointed this house out to me and said, hey Kristin, can you go check it out for us? They are out-of-staters. Once I walked in that house, I knew it was perfect for them. But I also got the chance to chat with a listing agent because it was an open house. My clients wrote a full price offer. It was accepted the next day, and it's been great since then. We had the inspection, and honestly, this is like my worst nightmare. When the seller, the listing agent, the buyer, and myself are all there for the inspection, I go to great lengths to keep the buyer and the seller from speaking to each other, because 9 times out of 10, it's a disaster. But in this case, it couldn't have been better. The seller is very excited about her home, showing the buyer everything she's done, just bending over backwards to be accommodating. And in fact, going to the point of saying, I'll just fix it. So she may even fix some extra things in this 20-year-old house that we're not even going to ask for. Everybody's like best friends. It's the best way to do a deal, when everybody gets along. So when the listing agent came to me and said, I really hate to ask this, but my seller's really worried about the tortoise, I'm like, bring it on. Totally write that up. Of course, we're happy to accommodate an addendum to let this poor tortoise be reunited with its owner of 20 years once he decides to wake up. Of course we're going to do that. It's the right thing to do. A win-win situation. That's always the best outcome. And in this case, it's a win-win-win, because the tortoise is going to win too. So if you are getting ready to sell your house and you have a hibernating tortoise in the backyard, give me a call. I know how to handle those situations. You know where to find me. Kristin at hereinphoenix.com. That's where. Love to hear from you. Make it a great, beautiful, sunny day. Oh my God, there's like a ton of bees right here. I'm standing in front of a bee tree right now. I think I'm gonna move. Geez, there's bees here too. All right, well, they're friendly. We'll just cohabitate.